Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be watching this. Welcome back. I am back. I know it's been well over a month. I am so sorry about that. It's just been an absolutely crazy time in my life, but it doesn't matter. I'm here. We're back for FMFC, the People Series, as I promised. This is going to be, hopefully, an amazing series. I can't wait to get stuck into it. What I'm going to be doing for the first two videos of this particular series is introducing you to the club and then introducing you to the players, and then we'll get straight into some game action in the third episode, just because I kind of want to give you guys a little bit of context about what's actually going on, how I've made the team in terms of using the editor database, just so there's no confusion and we don't have another stat app on our hands. Nothing wrong with the bloke, but I don't want to be accused of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the editor and I'll show you how FMFC was made. So here we go, we're in the FM editor. If you guys don't know how to use this, there are some tutorials out there, but if you want me to show you how I made the actual team properly and how to actually use the editor database on a full scale, then let me know, and it might be something I'm considering doing. But as I said, there are tutorials out there, but if you want me to make something for you to show you how it works, just let me know in the comment section down below. That would be absolutely awesome. But yeah, as said, this is Football Manager FC, short name FMFC, and we are based in Stowmarket, which is about 15 miles away from Ipswich. It's my hometown. It's where I was born and raised. I thought, why not make the club in this part of the world? Suffolk could do with some success. But yeah, so I've put the reputation of the club at 4,000. Now that won't mean a lot to some people, but I'll show you what it means in terms of the context of the league that we're going to be playing in. In terms of the ownership, we have a chairman and we are a public limited company. In terms of a stadium, well, unfortunately for Stowmarket Football Club, we're going to be moving into their ground. We're moving into Greens Meadows Stadium. I've adjusted a few things on the actual stadium, but I'll show you those bits in a bit more detail in a second. Our reserve team, our youth team and our training ground is actually going to be at Needham Market, which is like 5 miles up the road. They've actually got better facilities than us, so yeah, we're going to be using them for a lot of our training facilities. But you see on here, I've put the attendance at about 2,500 because I don't want to start us off on a ridiculously high level. But the maximum capacity the stadium can hold will be 70,000. I've put the training, youth coach facilities and recruitment all at about an average level of 10. In terms of finances, well, I'm not giving us any transfer budget. I purely want to work with the players that we've got at our disposal now. I've given us quite a large wage budget though, because as we move through the leagues, I'm going to have some money available to keep giving these guys new contracts. Otherwise, they're just going to simply leave. And as I need to get these players better and onto better new contracts, I need to be able to do that. So I've put all of the balance and all of the wages in that particular side of things. I don't want any money to spend. We're just purely going to be concentrating on the average, or sorry, on the player that we have in front of us. In terms of the matchday pricing, ticketing and number of season tickets, you guys can see that there. Have a look if you want to pause it. In terms of other income, debts, anything along these lines, I've just left all of these lot completely blank. In terms of our competition, we are going to be starting in Sky Bet League 2. I have removed the team and I can't remember who I've removed, but we're going to be starting off in this league and hopefully working our way up. So in terms of the two kits that we have available, these are the basic molds of them, but thank you to Toxic Lemon because he's actually made me some fantastic kits and I'll be able to show you those in a few moments. And he's also designed the badge as well. It is an absolutely incredible design. If you don't know who Toxic Lemon is, go and subscribe to him now because the guy is unbelievably hilarious. His videos are absolutely quality. Go subscribe to him right now. Now in terms of the staffing and of the players, I'm not going to go into the players in this particular video, but you can see on here I have given Alan Kirbishley his first job in about 10-15 years. I have made him our chairman. I just don't ask. I don't know why. He just popped up on Sky Sports News the other day and I just thought that would be quite funny if I made him our chairman. John Diem is our director. Now most people outside of Norwich or Norfolk might not know who he is, but He's a very, very good player in his time. All of these people that are on here are unemployed, so I haven't taken them from any other clubs. I'm not affecting anybody else on the game. I am just purely taking people who are unemployed and putting them into our team. I've given us an assistant manager, Mark Proctor, 2 goalkeeping coaches, 2 fitness coaches, Paul Scholes, Steve Cooper, Michael Forsyth, Paul Hardiman, Phil Cannon is going to be our head of youth development, and David Weatherall and Nigel Gibbs as our under-21s and our under-18s manager. Now, as I said, none of these have been nicked from any other club, so I can't be accused of tampering too much with the game. In terms of our other staff, I've only given us 2 physios, 1 scout. If the board want to give me more options, then fair enough, but I didn't see the point of having so many scouts because we're going to be using the existing players that are here. I don't need my money being wasted trying to find talent from elsewhere. We've got enough within the club to work us out. Now, in terms of our relationships, rival clubs, yeah, I've kind of made it local. Ipswich, because it's only going to be 15 miles down the road, is going to be our main rival. Norwich and Colchester then coming in after that, and then Southend, because I wanted a few teams that are going to be around us in terms of League 1, League 2 to be competing against. I thought that might be quite nice to have a bit of rivalry as we're going through the divisions. I've adjusted Ipswich, Norwich, Colchester and Southend's rival clubs so that we're in there as well, so it's not just completely one-sided. Favourite people, dislike people, club legends is all blank. It's up to you guys to make your impact and make yourself a legend. Now, in terms of the actual stadium, there's a couple of stats on here for you. I've just said that we owned the ground. FMFC, we own the ground now. The capacity is at 5,000. I've set our season tickets to be 2,500, so we're always going to have about a bang average support for League 2. Seating capacity of 5,000 because I want the board to get involved in trying to progress the club a lot more, so they've got to make the adjustments needed to do that. I've said the expansion capacity can be up to 70,000. I mean, if the board ever gets to that when we're in charge of the team, that'd be fantastic. And the pitch size and pitch length, I've just kept it exactly the same. It's actually quite big pitch, Stonemarket's ground, and it's about, I think it's just below the average for this league. But yeah, now something's going to have to jog my memory. I can't remember who it was I got rid of now. Who was it I removed? I can't remember who I removed from League 2, but I've got rid of 18. And in terms of our reputation, you can see, set at 4,000, so by no way means are we the most reputable team in this division, but we're not the lowest either. I've put us at 4,000, so we've got the facility to be able to still maintain the players that we've got at the club at the moment, but again gives us, as I said, that scope to be able to continue and build up our reputation, because I don't want us being one of the favourites to automatically go up, because it's a pointless challenge if I do that. But I've set us at 4,000. I think that's just about fair. So here we are. This is us in the actual game itself. Fantastic. The badges and the kits, again, hats off to Toxic Lemon. Thank you very much, man. Honestly, they look absolutely awesome. This is the club badge, FMFC, very, very straightforward and to the point. I think it's even got an established date in there of 2016, which is just completely awesome. We are sponsored by Sports Interactive, and we've got Adidas making our kits. Now, I want to stress this part. This is crucial. There is not going to be an in-game editor at all. These kits and this badge is what we're stuck with throughout the entire time. I am not editing a single thing after we've started the game. This is it. And yeah, at the moment I am currently the manager. I've literally only just loaded up this game, hence why we're at midnight on the 1st of July, but I am the manager. I have created myself in the game as well, but we'll see how the players are. I haven't even looked at any of the players, so I don't know what the stats are like, but according to this, Cappers is our best player. Nicely done, mate. But yeah, Greens Meadow, 5,000 capacity, very good stadium conditions. In terms of general on here, it says that, yeah, our main rivals Ipswich, Colchester, Norwich and Southend is our other ones, so very, very happy with that. A media prediction of finishing 9th. Well, I'm going to be aiming a lot higher than 9th. That's no way near good enough for some of these players, but Estimated value of 8.25 million. That's going to grow throughout the leagues. Average ticket price about 20 quid. I set that purposely because 20 is plenty. Hashtag 20 is plenty. Average season ticket price about 350 quid, and we've got 2.5 season tickets. As said, legends, icons, favourite, personal is all blank. Make your mark. In terms of the facilities, it says on here stadium condition is good. We have undersoil heating because I don't want any postponements. We do not have a roof. Perfect condition. We've got fairly basic corporate facilities, average training and average youth. Again, I want that to improve. Our youth levels at 3. Again, you would expect that for the league that we're in. The youth stadium and the training ground is Bloomfields, which is Needham Market, although it says Ipswich on here, it's actually Needham Market. Average junior coaching, average youth recruitment. In terms of facilitated clubs, we have none. History, well, there is no history. It's a brand new club created from scratch. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That's just a very, very brief introduction to the club and how we made it in terms of the editor, because I don't want there to be any sort of, oh, you're doing this and you're doing that. None of that. I just want us to have a little bit of fun. In the next episode, what I'm going to be doing is going through each and every single one of the players. Now, if we go to the squad, there is a lot. There is a lot. We've got so many players to go through. I'm terrified because so many people are going to get unhappy, but I will explain what I'm going to be doing in the upcoming episode. So if you've enjoyed this one, give it a like. Tell your friends about the new series that is coming up, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and until next time when we talk about the players, adios.